Good afternoon, PennPower V8 League racers. The coming race is at the Zolder circuit, located in Belgium. We're running on the GP configuration. This session is set up in the afternoon, clear, 74 degrees, track temperature of 102, winds from the south at 10 miles an hour. The track condition is 80% usage, similar to what we would see just at the end of our practice session prior to qualifying for our sprint race. So it's very representative. As always, we're going to go through the lap corner by corner. I'll show you my approach to it, give you some of my tips, and then we'll run through one lap uninterrupted. Zolder has a very tricky first chicane, and we've done a lot of work on the setup for this particular track to get you through that chicane without really upsetting the car too much. Work with it, see what you think, but I think that's what we've provided is one of the better options as far as dampening setups for this particular track. So we're going to go through it corner by corner, and then we'll run a full uninterrupted lap. We're in third gear, just exiting corner 10. We're going to hit sixth gear prior to the left-hander at the end of the straight. We'll be braking just at the 100-yard marker. So we're braking 100-yard marker, fairly hard braking here. Far to the right-hand side, we're going to clip the curb on the left, just barely, and let the car drift out to the right. It will get on the curb there. It doesn't necessarily have to be out that far. Just make sure that you're not out too far, because the car has a tendency to spin if it gets into the sandy stuff there. Now we're crossing the track and setting ourselves up for this extremely long right-hander. I double apex this corner, and I really modulate the throttle throughout. Very important not to get too hard on the gas early in here, because the car will tend to understeer off in the first section of this corner, and if you're on the power too hard on exit, you'll have a tendency to spin. So try and modulate the throttle here to maintain grip. So we're setting ourselves up for the 90 right here. We're in fifth gear. You'll notice that I short shifted to fifth as I was exiting that second apex. We're going to brake, downshift to fourth gear, and trying to keep the car in fairly tight on the right on entry. The car will naturally drift out to the left. Be careful you don't get out onto the grass. Significant traction loss if you do. So just started to brake at the 100-yard marker, just prior to the 100-yard marker. This is the trickiest complex on the course. It's a left-right chicane with massive curbs on both of them. You want to just clip, and I mean just clip, the one on the left, and if you can avoid it altogether, even better. You can take a fair amount of the second curb. I tend to give it just a shot of gas in between the two curbs. It helps it get over them. The car can become unstable if you take this wrong, so it takes some practice. I'd recommend that you get yourself in your own test session and do this a number of times to see if you can find the right approach. And I should mention that this is done in third gear. I know the tendency will be to try and get into second, slow the car down quite a bit, but you can carry a fair amount of speed here. The ever slightest of a lift just at the crest of this hill here. Car wants to get a little bit light, so it does need just a little lift, and you'll see on my gas pedal that I probably only lift about 1/20th, but it is just enough for the car to maintain traction. So this left-hander, we're starting to brake, we're getting off the gas, we're actually going to coast all the way into the next right-left chicane. Very easy to get a 1X here on entry and on exit, so be very careful here on these curbs, as well as the next corner right afterwards, that right-hander. You're going to want to be on the curb, but it's very easy to get a 1X there as well, so you need to be very careful there. Now in this next section, this right-hander, uphill and then a little left, again, very important to modulate the throttle. You'll be surprised at how much traction you'll gain by not mashing the throttle all the way down. Very important to maintain traction and not get any wheel spin here. Again, we're going to lift just slightly at the crest of this corner. If you try and take it flat out, very easy to spin the car or get significant wheel spin through here. 100-yard marker, and we're braking very heavy into this corner. It's the slowest corner on the circuit. It's an acute right corner, and I take this in first gear to help me get around. So the next two corners here, the left and the right, you can take a fair amount of curb on both of these without any fear of getting a 1X. Braking just before the 100-yard marker, it's very easy to overshoot this left-hander. Try and get it slowed down, keep it in tight to the curb, and we're going to take it very tight on the right-hander on exit. Be very careful not to drift out too far on the exit of the right-hander, as again you can get out into the loose stuff. It can cause the car to spin. Have a lap of Zolder at 132.9. We're going to run through the lap again uninterrupted and let you have a watch there. Zolder. As always, these laps are brought to you by Never Quit Racing, some ability in the button box shop. We wish you luck in the upcoming race. If you have any questions in regards to setups or how I approach the course, feel free to send me a private message through Iracing or through the league forums. Take care, guys, and good luck.